Hello, gentle viewers. This is Indian, welcoming you back to Out of the Park Baseball 20 as the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. We have made some particularly good strides, finishing going from 57-105 to 85-77, improving by nearly 30 games in just 3 years rather. 3 weeks would be amazing. Fuck, no one's won 30 games in 1 week in Major League Baseball history. But maybe we could. Probably not, though. What we need to do now is try to get our team over to the hump where we can at least start trying to make the playoffs. Now, as I said in a previous video, we do have one slight advantage in that it's going to be easier for us to make the playoffs because there's going to be the 3 division winners plus a wild card. We weren't that far out of a wild card spot this year, but we still need to find some places to make some changes. Let's remind ourselves, what have we been doing well, and what do we need some help with? Los Dos Carlos were both amazing. We got a healthy year out of Carlos Beltran, his first, and he's probably going to be a pretty good candidate for Rookie of the Year, unless he's not qualified because of his previous year. He was a phenomenal center fielder, hit really, really well. Mark McLemore continues to play in lots of different places. He was mostly second baseman this year, but that's fine. Damian Miller is still our best expansion pick. He's provided plus value every year of his career. We're happy we had to have him. Matt Williams was part of a trade last season, and he certainly worked out last year. But we won't have him forever, and it's not clear that he'll necessarily be worth it. So we're going to be wanting to look for an upgrade to Senor Williams as well. Rondell White was a very nice pickup in free agency. We got him on the cheap, and he provided some offensive talent. But any team is only as good as its... What are you? Oh, there's a cable on the floor. Sorry, I kept stepping on something. I couldn't figure out what it was. Our team's only as good as our prospects. Tim Hudson did pitch part of last year. He was every bit as good as we expected. Eric Milton was okay, if not sensational. Barry Zito is probably about a year away. But that's where it ends. We don't have the kind of fantastic secondary players that we'd like to have. This is going to be a big draft year for us. Yeah, Zito was thrown right into Double-A when he started, and it looks like he's done pretty amazingly. We're going to want him to get some time in Triple-A, which I'm going to promote him to right now. Especially because, Juan Guzman wasn't anything special. But, we'll figure something out. So the places we can most do with an upgrade will probably be... Oh, and we added David Justice in a trade. And his season wasn't perfect, but it was decent. He's mad because he wasn't in the middle of the lineup. Hopefully, he will improve just a bit for us and justify his salary. Now, if you look at our salaries, some of our big players are going to see their salaries expire next year. And that could be an issue, and it could not be an issue. The truth is, we don't really know right now. And none of our younger players are like, OMG, I want my giant arbitration award. Which is also very nice. But for right now, let's focus on what we can change and what we can't, and try to make a better team this year. So, no one is eligible for arbitration. I will absolutely offer Brent Maine arbitration. Roberto Hernandez was overpriced and frankly unimpressive. Omar Olivares was okay, but not exceptional. Matt Stairs, guys like him, DHs are a dime a dozen. I do like him, and I'll tell you what. What do you want to come back for one more year? You want a pretty hefty raise. I'm not going to give it to you. Because I would rather see if I can improve. And then there's a few guys here that are just going to walk, and that's fine. Any personnel I need to hire? I do need a new pitching coach. And Jose Gonzalez seems to be perfect, except for the fact we don't have much in the way of finesse pitchers. But he's such a good pitching coach. I'd like him to come to Tampa. Even if it doesn't quite mesh with what we've got. Gold Glove winners. There's Carlos Beltran. I got my pitching coach. Nice. A trade proposal. They're going to give me Fernando Vina for Jeff Blum. And it's not like, look, it's not like Jeff Blum is amazing or that I'm willing to sell anything out to keep him. It's just he's not that big an upgrade over Mark McLemore. So I'm going to say hard pass. Let me quickly flag McLemore as a second baseman so this doesn't keep happening. All right. It was a surprisingly old team, and that needs to change too. Yeah, Luke, you're a good defensive first baseman, but you'll never hit. Like, I don't mind Ray Sanchez, right? Hey, did he win another Gold Glove? I bet he did. It's kind of weird that we've been doing this through defense, but it seems to be working out okay. So I'm not going to push it. And even though Sanchez can't really hit, he's good enough for my purposes. And I didn't win Rookie of the Year with Carlos Beltran. I bet he wasn't eligible. It's a shame, but I can accept it. Because I don't see how a rookie worth 6 wins isn't Rookie of the Year. Yeah, I don't think Beltran was eligible. Because otherwise, Brad Penny is pretty cool. He's not Carlos Beltran, though. So, you know. That's his maybe. Okay. Draft pool announcement. Oh, Albert Pujols. I wish you could be mine. But I have 0% chance of getting him. I mean, we're very clearly toward the back half of the draft. So we're basically going to have to go best player available. And then spend our free agent money judiciously. Who was I supposed to extend? Jeff Nelson. Yeah, I could talk to him, I guess. He wants a fairly minor raise, and I want to make the owner happy, so let's do it. Let's give him an extension. Yeah, well, I didn't think he would. Now that's an interesting start. Oh, hello, Chipper Jones. Okay, I don't want to lose my first round pick. Do I care that much? Because it's going to be the back end of the first round, right? I think here the bigger problem is I just can't afford him. Which is unfortunate, but you know, that's our lives right now. We'll wait till after the draft, and then we'll maybe kick the tires on one or two people. Oh. Arthur Rhodes would be a nice upgrade to our bullpen. And he's cheap. And he's real good. Like, we look at our current bullpen, Nelson is decent. And that's the nicest thing I can say about any of my pitchers. Is that Nelson is decent. So, Rhodes instantly becomes one of the biggest, most important pitchers I've got. And my owner's going to be excited because I blocked him up for a bit. We're also going to need to grab a couple of starters. One for sure, maybe two. Alright. I mean, I'll give Dewey Evans a vote. Definitely Pudge. Who else we got here? Tommy John. I will vote for him every year. Dale Murphy. Yes. Rick Russell. Yes. Frank Tanana, sure. Dave Winfield, obviously. And I guess Jim Rice could be interesting. Lou Whitaker. Oh, I thought he was kind of sold short. I guess I will vote for Tony Perez. I like him. I have no objections to Kirby Puckett. I know he's a really good dude. But these career totals, they're just... Yeah. I don't see it. I don't see voting for Kirby Puckett without the emotional baggage that I don't have because I was never a Twins fan. If you are a Twins fan, you know, I can understand it. No, I don't want Reggie Sanders. Please stop. We've got like a number of decent players, but we don't have any that are outstanding. But I just can't put a foot into the free agent pool. There we go. Exactly the kind of deal that we needed to make. Oh, Scouty McScouterson, you are my dude. Please scout the things that need to be scouted. Okay, what is going on? Oh, there you go. My mouse cord didn't have enough slack in it. But it does now. So that's good. I think it's hilarious, by the way, that Arthur Rhodes is instantly the best player on my team, according to my scout. Right. End of the winter meetings, please. Let's go to the draft. Now, obviously, we're not going to get the top players. You're a good reliever. But Paxton Crawford is arguably better. And will definitely be better in a couple of years. So, no. Please stop offering me your old pitchers. Alright. I'm not even going to torment myself by looking at the draft pool right now, knowing full well none of them will fall to me. Like, I should get a guy in the 60s to 50s, but I think expecting anything beyond that is deluding myself. Come on. I want to trust my scout, thank you. He thinks Albert Pujols is pretty good. Guess what? So do I. Okay. This is kind of what I was afraid of. We're being offered mediocre starters and hitters that aren't going to have a huge impact. Let's at least consider Cesar Izturis. He's a reasonably good shortstop that would hit better than Ray Sanchez, and that's about all I can say for him. Jared Sandberg could hit for power someday. Will he ever hit enough contact? I mean, Jack Costa is just as good a risk as far as that's concerned. There's no one here I'm really getting excited about. So we're going to look at the pitchers instead. Now, a really excellent relief pitcher would still be of tremendous value to us. And maybe that's our best route. Maybe that's what we do. We grab Scott Stewart and accept that we're going to have to find a way to strengthen one part of the team. The other advantage would be grabbing a guy like Ryan Drees, who used to pitch for the Indians. Because Drees is basically Major League ready right now, and the fact that he'll never get any better. Or Carlos Zambrano, or something like that. And at this point, we become 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Do I want a really good reliever, or do I want a mediocre starting pitcher? And I'd rather have the truly talented player. So I'm going to draft Scott Stewart. And I've still got my choice of uninspiring starting pitchers. That's fun. Sean Chacon throws a lot of pitches, but none of them particularly well. Is my scout just a dick, or are these just bad players? It could always be both. You're not great at amateur scouting. So I'll tell you what we're going to do for the second rounder. I'm going to ask OSA for their opinion. Brandon Duckworth, eh? I mean, he's as good a risk as anyone else is here, right? Like, none of these pitchers are going to win a Cy Young award, so let's just take one who might at least have a little bit of upside. Let's go under all players, batting potential, power. I could take Tim Raines Jr. Like, I've heard worse ideas, right? All it's going to take him is a little bit of a jump in hitting, and he's going to be a reasonably good player. Any really good strikeout guys? Let's grab good old Jeremy here. That's pretty much all I've got. I don't see a lot of value in dicking around too much more. You know what? Sure, I'll draft Chris George as well. You want to take Luis Figueroa? Let's take Luis Figueroa. And we're done. This was not a great draft. And I fully acknowledge that. And I think we did quite well to get what we did. But there's no one in this draft except for arguably Stewart is going to make any difference this year. And everyone's been offered their deals. But now we can start kicking the tires on a few free agents. Oh, wow. Chipper Jones already signed. Okay. I want one decent starting pitcher just for a year or two. And then we're going to start talking about hitters. John Burkett is a very good starting pitcher, and I can't afford to give him $12 million a year. No. Ishmael Valdez. You are the kind of pitcher that Tampa Bay is looking for. Would you like to join our team? You want a 3-year deal. How about a 1-year deal? Or you want a 3-year deal with 2 team options is even better. No. I am not giving you 3 guaranteed years. Dave Borba does want a bit more money. But he also... Yeah, he wants basically $4 million a year. Let's look at hitters first. Because I could always call up Zito. And I know it's not ideal, but I could. Alright, Mark Grudzelanek. No. Very good contact hitter is David Segui. I've heard worse ideas as a DH. But then there's Ryan fucking Klesko. And given what we want right now, which is a great all-around hitter, even if he does just plays DH, I think Klesko's the guy that we want to add to this team. He's young. He's a top quality bat. I think this is the perfect addition to our team. Let me just make sure that your platoon isn't too drastic, and it's not. Brilliant. Ryan Klesko, come join the Tampa Bay Rays. Okay, now I know actually how much I have to spend on a starting pitcher. Starter. Hi, Mike O'Quist. You're terrible. I'm not even going to waste my money. Kevin Tapani. Very possible. Pat Rapp, Cal Eldred, James Baldwin. These are some really bad players. I'm going to take a chance on Jim Bollinger just because it's not going to cost me anything. Let's bring in Tapani. Let's do 2 years with year 2 being an option year. Does that work for you? It does. Beautiful. No, I'm not giving you Zito. Zito is untouchable on this team. Mr. Stewart, you can instantly go to the majors. I'm not even going to waste your time in the minors. You're too necessary. The Rule 5 draft. I'm just going to skip the whole damn thing. There you go. Oh, good. We got all 3 of the players that we wanted. I'm very happy about that. Tim Raines Jr., I'm going to send you to short season. Duckworth, you're on the older side, so you're going to go right to A. Chris George, single A. Feacock, single A. Double A. That's fine. Klesko's the big get. So I'm going to make you a designated hitter. Kevin Tapani. It looks like I just need some bullpen guys. Once spring training starts, we'll basically have a lot of our young pitchers try out to see if they can make it. Actually, I like the idea of Bollinger making it as like the 6th starter. What if his control wasn't so terrible? We might want him to get some practice in the minors. Is there any other quality free agent deals we could make? I'm not looking to break the bank. I'm just looking for a player who might be useful in a limited capacity. Cool. This is the kind of deal I love to make. I'm going to go for it. Oh, no, no, no. 2 years minimum. I'm basically paying you to be hurt the whole year. The least you can do is offer me a second year. And then I guess I'll go ahead and grab Cal Eldred, and I'll just stash him in the minors in case someone gets hurt. And I'll just throw away a bit more, like, 1 year cash stuff. We'll just see who ends up making the team, which will probably be few, if any, of these people. Who made it? Just Dave Winfield, okay. I'm hoping we get a bit more money. You cut my draft budget, but you didn't increase my overall budget. You know what? I'm not spending a whole bunch of freaking money on you, so you can just go to hell. Okay. Oh. Oh my. Like, having Ryan Klesko stand around in left field and to go for Rondell White, but adding Edgar Martinez's bat and only parting with the relief pitcher. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, he's making an enormous amount of cash. Would you offer me, like, one of your prospects? Probably none of your good ones. Yeah, it's fine. All right. So let's think about this for a minute. We're basically giving away Kyle Farnsworth. And I know he looks like he's going to be a good reliever. And we don't have a huge number of relievers. You just want Rondell White that badly. I can keep Farnsworth and get Edgar Martinez. And it costs me a lot of money. But my lord, could it be worth it? Done. I know we're weakening our defense, but for a player of Edgar Martinez's caliber, as a hitter, I will not for 1/10 of 1 second regret that. I do need to pick up an outfielder, though. Okay, it's McKay Christensen. AAA, AAA, AAA. A. Triple A, Triple A. Yeah, I'm not going to pay heavily for relievers, and I don't have cash. Not really. Oof. Yeah, the years are not kind to him. Oh. I'm going to shop you. No, I can't. I can't afford it unless I'm willing to commit to Jeff Bloom. And to be honest, it's not like Jeff Bloom is worse than Matt Williams right now. You know what? That's fine. I will take literally anything I can get from Matt Williams. And you're only offering me major leaguers. Yankees will give me Mariano Rivera for fucking Matt Williams. That's pretty funny. Let's talk outfielders. I technically need a right fielder, otherwise I actually would very seriously consider that. Nah, you can't handle it either. I mean, I'm really just looking for a... No, actually, I'm looking for a starting right fielder, aren't I? And a guy like a Billy McMillan is terrible, but... Let's not bury the lead here. I'm really trying to save money. So even a mediocre player is worth it. I could pick up Roberto Kelly. And just hope he hits his way into, like, a really good year. You know, we've added, like, a ridiculous amount of offensive talent. I think we can afford to go defensive. Or we push in all the chips, we grab Garrett Anderson, and then just move Ryan Klesko to right. Or even just move Garrett Anderson to right. Let's do it. Let's grab Garrett Anderson. Fuck it. I'm still short one position player and a couple of pitchers. The pitchers can come from inside the organization. Okay, so Justice plays right, Beltran in left. I have too many players. And Klesko is just better than Anderson. Anderson is not an ideal fit for this club. Oh, that was dumb. That was just the dumbest. So I've either got like the most overqualified fourth outfielder in human history. Fifth outfielder, really. Edgar Martinez is too good a hitter. There's no way I'm not playing him. Do I platoon you? Do I have Klesko bat against righties and have you bat against lefties? That's not an awful deal. We're going to talk about that. I need a backup catcher. And then we will grab ourselves a pitcher out of the minors. I could have Bill Hasselman for basically nothing, but it looks like nothing is pretty much what he's worth. I'd rather have like a Brad Austin. I'd rather have a really good defensive backup catcher if I've got to have one. There you go. No. Alright, spring training, guys. Farnsworth, Zito, Crawford, Roberts, Feacoch, Eldred, Bollinger, Clementi. Bench coach, you can do it all. There we go. I'm going to keep you on a pitch count for one more year, but I'll probably take the leash off in this coming year. Perfect. Osmus and Stevenson are both going to spring training roster. Perfect. And we'll just do this 1 week at a time because I don't want to get anybody accidentally get a day of service time. We've built a pretty strong offensive ball club, but it's also a very ephemeral one. Because with the exception of Carlos Beltran, no one else on the team is young and talented. We have a lot of talented players, we have a lot of young players, but very few of them. Okay, you know what? Please stop that nonsense. At least a moderate performance drop. Thanks. All right. So the downside is we've got a lot of crap. You really like Scott Stewart. Okay, that's nice. All right. So pitching is where we need to start trimming players. We currently have 20. I only really want to carry 12, so we got to get rid of 8 of them. Okay, Bullinger, I didn't realize how terrible you are. I'm just going to release you outright. Stevenson's going to AAA. Eldred to AAA. Feacock to AAA. Smith definitely. I mean, Willis Roberts is probably about as good now as he's ever gonna get. But we can give him AAA as well. Still got to get rid of 4 more players. No, 2 more. I can't math. Crawford is quite frankly more ready than Farnsworth. Let's let Farnsworth season a bit more. And then Zito. That gives me 12 pitchers. And then obviously Clemente is not making the roster. No. Because you would be most useful as a replacement for someone like Buford. But I will stash you in AAA in case someone gets hurt. Congratulations, Brad Ausmus. You're the new backup catcher. Congratulations, Crawford. Oh, Borkowski. You are not ready for prime time, my friend. Farnsworth? You know what? I'll take Eldred because I can make Eldred do long relief, which I currently don't have on the roster. So you make the Major League roster. Congratulations. I think it's everybody, right? Yes. Alright, let's clear this staff and let's rebuild it from the ground up. Okay, let's do the obvious stuff first. Tim Hudson is the ace. Eric Milton is the number 2. Orojo is 3rd. Tapani 4th. And then Guzman 5th. Closer's going to be Arthur Rhodes. And then I think we do bullpen by committee for most of the rest of the spots. Because right now, the only pitcher I'm positive of is Rhodes. And that Stewart's going to be real good, so I can go ahead and tell him to use him more often. Bench here, you can be an anti-lefty dude, and then you can pitch like that. Yeah. Eldred literally exists right now to just eat innings at the back of the bullpen. Lineups. This is where things will get interesting. Because I've got lots of tremendous hitters and I don't have... Oh, I know what else we need to do. Yeah, Luke, know how you were going to make the majors this year? That's not happening. Shit. That's the issue. I need a utility infielder. You only play third base and short. Ugh. I don't want JT Snow. I don't want Tony Phillips. No. No. If I play second and third, okay. Lansing to second and third pretty well. Not so great at short. Here, you know what? Let's get greedy, right? So I want... fielding rating at second. Fielding rating at third. And fielding rating at short. 50, 50, 50. Nobody. Okay. $45. How low do I have to go to get someone to show up here? 40. $35. I think this is the best that we're gonna get. Really? 30. We have to go all the way down to Craig Grayback to find someone who can play all three positions kind of okay. That's really bad. All right. So I'm going to leave a spot open for Grayback or whoever we end up picking up to take on that option. So let's start building the lineup. This is going to be fun. Okay, right off the bat, Edgar Martinez is the best hitter we've got. So Edgar Martinez, you are my number 3 hitter. And you're not playing third. Carlos Delgado is my clear cleanup guy. Beltran. Justice will get pissy if he's not at least the 5th place hitter. Klesko can play left. I guess we go back to McLemore. And Beltran as the top 2. Jeff Bloom at third, Damian Miller at catcher, Ray Sanchez at short. Now this is going to make Garrett Anderson super not happy. But he's just going to have to deal with it for right now. I feel like I have no pinch runners. They're like, just don't even ask. Company thinks they're trying to build like platoons. But I don't think that's a productive use of our time at this second. And there's Craig Grayback. Instantly make the Major League roster, and I'm going to instantly have you fill in. Really? No, I am not switching the two of you that frequently. You can play once a week. You can play once a week. Garrett Anderson just seems like such a waste right now. Now, obviously, if I lose one of my other outfielders, he's an amazing backup. But, like, McLemore's getting super old. I could use a quality second baseman. Let's offer our good friend Garrett Anderson. I don't want all of them. Let's start just... What can I get in second base? I mean, I can get a pretty good backup shortstop, but that's not what I want. It's like, there's some defensive improvements, but there's no one that's, like, that great a hitter. Damian Jackson's kind of there. Ooh, I should wait until opening day and then check the waiver wire. Because a lot of people are going to be waiving people to make room on their 40-man. Man, Arizona only had one Barber. That's rough. Everyone but Osmus got worse. Beltran got better too. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Hi there, waiver wire. Nah, most of these people aren't terribly thrilling. Enrique Wilson, maybe. I could just claim him and then stick him in the minors. It's not a Kuma. Yeah, there's really nothing here I'm going to dive on. You know what? I will trade Garrett Anderson for a veteran second baseman. Actually, McLemore is the millstone right now. Like, he still draws walks, so he's a very good leadoff hitter. How did he actually field last year? He's actually not that bad. He wasn't great, but... Unless I could find someone that can replicate his skill set. Alright, gloves are coming off. Let's get veterans into... You are a talented hitter, Mr. Boone. And you play a reasonably good second base. I don't think you're what I'm looking for. What I want is a good defensive second baseman who can draw walks. Like, I could literally just trade Macklemore for Damian Jackson, who's about as good as he is at everything. Can I do better than Damian Jackson? Delano DeShields is an even better leadoff hitter, but is arguably a worse second baseman. Oh, you've already given him an extension. Miguel Cairo is a very good second baseman, but not a good leadoff hitter. Homer Bush is an amazing second baseman, but an even worse hitter. Gil can't play second. I keep coming back to Damian Jackson. Or Delino. Who's the other guy I was looking at? Cairo. Now, I could get an absolutely amazing second baseman who just wouldn't be able to hit that well. Looks like he's never really been given a fair shake. I think Jackson's the better call. I think Jackson's a more polished hitter. Let's do it. Let's trade for Damian Jackson. I'm going to give Damian Jackson a shot, and then if he can't handle it, then we'll consider looking for a new leadoff hitter. I still think Anderson is a useless luxury. But, you know, that's not to say he's not helpful potentially. If I had known I was going to get Edgar Martinez, I never would have traded for Ryan Klesko. Now, the downside of Martinez is he had a really bad year last year. The upside is that's the only bad year he's had since basically 93 when he was hurt. So if we expect even a modest bounce back, I think he's going to add a lot to this team. But it's time. It is time to move forward and see what we can achieve in the year 2001. Well, that changes a lot. The thing is, none of these starting pitchers have remotely the upside or remotely the competency that Barry Zito has right now. And I didn't want to call him up this year. Fuck it. No. We're gonna give Zito his shot. You're gonna be the number 3 starter, and I'm gonna put you on a strict pitch count. A personal message. Look, Garrett Anderson's already being a jackass. Unless Klesko's like absolutely shitting the bed, which he's not, I don't see a lot of point in bailing you out there. Hey, well done, Tim. Holy shit, he's 6-0 in 1 month. Guzman would like to come out. Oh, someone had commented. They're wondering who Rupert Avery was. If you're a fan of the author Raymond E. Feist, his second major series, the Serpent War series, Rupert Avery, otherwise known as Rue, is one of the major characters. And I quite like him, so I decided that's who I would name him after this time. I mean, you're kind of not very good anymore. I don't really see the point in spending literally any money bringing you back. Okay. Both Edgar Martinez and David Justice would like to come back. You know what, David Justice, you're going to start bitching at me, but you're going to just accept it. Ryan Klesko's taking your lineup spot. He's just better than you this season. Before we start talking extension for you, Edgar Martinez, let's wait to see how this season goes. Oh, God, really? Who on earth was on our side that just got imploded? Lou Pote. Damn, bro. That's kind of rough. Literally everyone got lit up here, though. Damn, that's a football score right there. That's alright. Look. I guess a lot would depend how much I want. I'm not bringing Guzman back. I'm probably not bringing David Justice back. Maybe I would, actually. He is pretty good defensively. And he's having a not terrible season. Let's see how he does. I'm more likely to bring back Edgar, I think. What would Senor Martinez want? A giant raise. I'll get back to you. Um. All right. Stuart, you are officially the setup man because you're real good at it. Please stop losing Lupo, and then we'll see where we get to from there. Do I flip Garrett Anderson for a quality starting pitcher? Like this point, Guzman is just a launching pad. He's basically pitching batting practice. I mean, of course, if I trade Garrett Anderson and something happens to one of my existing outfielders, we're fucked. But we might be screwed anyway. And it's not like Clemente couldn't fill in at a pinch as like a fifth outfielder type. What can I get for starting pitchers? I mean, Jimmy Haynes is better than Juan Guzman. There's no disputing that. What if I throw in Guzman? Yeah, I'm not taking Pedro Estachio. Matt Herr just can't throw all that often anymore. Dreifert's not very good. Jarvis isn't very good. There are a lot of average starters on the market. Yeah, I just don't think there is a good solution to this problem. I mean, I could bring in Albert Bell, but that would solve nothing. I'm not trading two potential starting players for a mediocre reliever. Just ain't happening. Hergis is a junk baller. You're more of a replacement for Cal Eldred, if I'm honest with you. None of you guys can keep it in the park is the issue. You know what? It's fine. Let's just continue this season. Craig Grayback would like to come back. Ray Sanchez would like to come back. Um... Okay, Ray Sanchez basically wants to come back for free. Done. Dude, as long as you can keep picking it at shortstop, I will play your crappy ass. Especially at that cheap. What does David Justice want? He's even wants like a slight pay cut. Let's make it 3 years for the vesting option, and I will take that. And then Edgar, do you still want a giant raise? You do. Tell you what, 3 years, both of these are going to be team options. You don't get a player option. I get team options. That's how you get an extension. Make this a team option, and I'll give you a bigger buyout. I'll give you $2 million. All right. This might well bite us on the ass. I'm not going to dispute that, but he's too good a hitter. And I think it'll look very, very good for everyone else. I mean, he's basically turning in his 1999 season. Which is honestly pretty damn good. Who here's from Seattle? I'm not Seattle. I'm Tampa Bay. Derp. There's Timmy. There's Barry Zito. Edgar Martinez. Carlos Delgado. It's pretty good. And Scott Stewart. I have the most obvious trade chit of all time in Garrett Anderson. I'm just not clear what I should trade him for. That's the thing. Like, the obvious choice would be, obviously, Avi, you need a better fifth starter. And that's definitely true. But none of the names I was being offered were actually considerably better. So that's my issue. I mean, I guess I could try to improve the bullpen. But I can do that internally. Like, you're real bad, Poe. You're gone. Farnsworth is in. There. I've just made my bullpen better, and it cost me nothing. Benji, if you're getting lit up by fucking lefties, that's literally your only job. Oh, you're another one of these jerks who's like, yeah, I can allow home runs. That's fine, right? It's not fine. Just for fun. Like, is there a major upgrade I could make? Not really. I mean, third base is the one area. Oh, my dear. Hello, Frank Menachino. You're everything I've ever wanted in a second baseman. You get on base. You play good defense. And Damian Jackson has been abjectly terrible. How about Garrett Anderson for Frank Menachino? It's an insult. That's fair. I throw in Damian Jackson. No. What would I have to offer you to get Menachino? Damn. You're not asking for much, are you? Wait, for Ross Glode... yes. 100%. Done. Alright, so here's what's happening. Grayback. Unless you've been crushing the ball, which you haven't, I'm going to designate you for assignment. I'm going to promote Menachino. Menachino gets Jackson's lineup spot. And then Damian Jackson takes over as the primary dude. What can I get for Mr. Grayback? Now remember, what I'm actually trading for isn't replacing Guzman. Although maybe I should do that too. Like, Doug Creek would be a pretty big boost over Benji Sampson, but no. Let's keep looking. If you were lefty Bowringer, I would pick you up in a heartbeat. Yes, Randy Myers. I think for the role I need you, I think you'd be perfect. No, this is 2001. I can get 2 Randys for the price of 1. How could I say no? This is fine. I mean, I'm trading a... And then Sampson. I'm putting you in the minors. And Randy Myers is going to be my lefty killer. To be clear, my friends, I'm literally looking for one thing. I'm looking for Menachino to draw walks and play pretty good second base, just so that the rest of the lineup can have its chance to shine. Dodgers. No. Even eating half of his contract, I don't see that being a beneficial deal for me. I really like him as a relief pitcher. I know he's gonna walk. No, I don't. I'm lying. Let's check his AAA team. I just want like a couple more starters. Nah, Roger Pavlik ain't nothing to write home about. It's not worth it. Yeah, I'm just gonna... I still have Garrett Anderson. So here's my question. Do I keep you in a part-time role for $4.4 million, or do I trade you? And if I do trade you, for whom would I trade you? And that's the question, isn't it? Because like a fifth starter is what I need more than anything. You want Trevor Hoffman? I'll take Trevor. No. What about like Mike Soroka? Or freaking Greg Maddux? Oh, you don't have the cash. Okay, I can't trade for Greg Maddux. That's fine. Could I have Mike Soroka, please? I can't give you Menachino. But I could give you Alan Watson, who people apparently really seem to want. Offer you Cal Eldred. No, that's not going to do it. And then I'll tell you what if I eat part of his salary? Okay, and you'll pretty much take anything at this point. I mean, this is a major upgrade to our rotation. Yes, I'm going to make this deal. Okay. Cal Eldred, thanks for playing. Sure, Guzman, I'm definitely not punishing you for pitching badly this season. Not at all. And then let's go ahead and promote Clemente and make him the additional outfielder. 7 games is fine. Now, I will acknowledge that trade could blow up in my face. But for right now, let's pretend it won't. Because I'm neurotic enough as it is when I'm making deals in this game. He's only 30 years old. How much money do I have left? I have a lot. For next year. How much would Soraka want? I'm not supposed to be able to do this. That's an error. That's a bug. How much would Soraka want to come back? He does want to get paid. Oh, we actually don't know that he's going to be a free agent. He might just be arbitration. So I will happily just give him arbitration. As needed. Hey, 300 homers. Well done. And Soraka wants to come back. I would like to bring him back. But let's cross our bridge when we come to it. Alright. Is there anyone we want to call up? Not really. We hit a lot of homers. Yeah. Even Menachino, who quite frankly isn't here to hit homers, is still hitting quite a few homers. Poor Ray Sanchez. How many career homers do you have? Like 15. Oof. You know what? I gotta make sure he's shut down. I'm calling up Brandon Duckworth. And it's not ideal, I know, but I really just need someone to throw the baseball. Yeah, you're only getting more exorbitant in your salary demands. That's not a big deal. Here, Willis Roberts, welcome. And then I just won't have a long reliever. I know that looks really bad, but remember, he had like a 20 ERA when he joined the team. Let's demote Roberts, actually, and we'll keep Duckworth as another dude. Emergency long relief. Not that it matters, because the season's pretty much over. Hey, I got a 30-30 player. Nice. Well done, Carlos. And Tim Raines Jr. had a really good year in short season A. Nice. Well, you can be promoted to A-ball for next year. So right now, this was a really, really good season, obviously. I can add one player to the roster. I think I add Duckworth. That's fine. Zito was so damn good this year. I can easily roll a 4-man rotation in the playoffs, and that's leaving out Tapani. Okay, so let's actually do that. 4-man rotation. Soraka replacing Tapani, of course. And then you're going to be long relief emergency for both of you. How did the season go this year? Let's talk about that before we get to the playoffs, because I'm a little scared. First of all, we again inverted our worst record, which is pretty hilarious. Carlos freaking Beltran was like, oh yeah, I'm really good at baseball. Let me prove it. Just so good. On top of playing like mind-bendingly great center field. Carlos Delgado cranked 50 homers. Which is absurd. Edgar Martinez is like, you know what? I like not having to play the field anymore. Let me hit all the home runs for you, please. Like, every acquisition we made worked out. Even arguably Frank Menachino. Like, our worst regular was Jeff Bloom, and even then, Jeff Bloom was still pretty acceptable. Like, from a third baseman who plays relatively good defense, I will take this. I will take it every day. I mean, even Ray Sanchez managed to earn 3 wins despite the fact he only hits empty singles and nothing else. That's a lie. He did end up hitting 23 doubles, but the pitching, my word. Tim Hudson has a Cy Young caliber year. Barry Zito, Milton, and Soroka are all basically interchangeable. Tapani was good. Rhodes was great. Stewart was awesome. All right. Can Hudson pitch? If he can't, that's fine. Yeah, let's not rush him. There we go. Cologne versus Zito. I can live with that. Another victory. Hudson v. Burkett. That was awfully damn close. Oh, come on, Soroka. Don't do this. I'm closing my eyes. Ah, you fucksticks. God damn it. All that hype, and then we just get... Oh, damn it. Did it happen again? Did we reach the point where everyone stopped hitting? Not really. I mean, Beltran was a bit disappointing. Everyone was trying. They just couldn't hit for power. Like, we were a team where lots of people hit lots of home runs, and we just stopped hitting home runs. And it doesn't help that Tim Hudson only got to pitch once. Zito only pitched once. Soroka got lit up really bad. Damn. I have a nagging suspicion that we're going to be in for it next season. $105 wins. And I'm going to be honest with you, we're not winning more than 100 games again next year. Because I spent a lot of money to build this team. And, oh Lord, I have to replace half my coaching staff because I forgot to do that. That's going to be interesting. Great. But my contract got extended at least. Which is nice. We're going to have to rebuild our coaching staff and a bunch of other things next season, which is all acceptable. This was such a good season. And yet... Tapani's deal is pretty cheap. Did he throw 200 innings? He came pretty close. And from a fifth starter, that's really what you want, right? So I think I will go ahead and execute his team option. But yeah. Oh, man. This team overperformed so well. And then they just stopped hitting in the playoffs. Maybe I should have fired my hitting coach. But that'll be a question for next episode. I hope you guys have been enjoying. If you have, please remember to like the video, comment down below, press F in chat for Tampa Bay's 105 wins. That didn't even get them out of the first round. And we'll see what happens. Until then, though, this has been Avindian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.